Do you struggle with keeping your life in balance? Maybe feel like you have one too many projects and there's just not enough time in the day to get things done, and you sometimes just want to watch Netflix without getting stressed out, but then you also have to like do the dishes every now and then, but then there's that edit that you've been needing to get done for the past like 3 days. And yeah, well, same. I don't know if the editing or whatever, but I feel like a lot of people can relate to this with whatever you're doing. Specifically for me, it's balancing a creative lifestyle versus whatever other lifestyle I'm trying to live. I don't know. But over the past couple years, I feel like I've learned a lot, even though I'm still learning, trying to manage and figure this out today. I want to share some tips and tricks and just some insight on what has helped me. So maybe I can help others dealing with this work-life creative balance, switching mindsets, trying to figure it all out, because I'm working on it. And that's what I'm trying to do, just so I don't go mentally insane. So, if you feel like this could relate to you, keep watching, subscribe, do all the things, and keep watching. Hi there. Remember me? Probably not. But I posted a video a while back saying that, yeah, I'm gonna make new content, it'll be so fun. And then I just got burned out and I couldn't do it. And that's what this video is all about, is how to avoid that burnout, which I still get burnt out, but it's been reduced quite a bit just because of the things that I've learned. But that's ultimately why I want to make this video, because I work 3 jobs. Number 1, tech guy at college, tech girl, whatever. I help people with tech. So that's my day job, whatever, I don't really know. I work for a company called Summit. I run the social media there. That event just barely happened. Check out some highlights here, blah, blah, blah. Go follow us on socials. But I run the socials, and so I try to balance that as well. Number 3, last but not least, I am a videographer. I have my own business. I shoot a lot of wedding videos, but it's not just weddings. And that really, I enjoy it. It's probably my favorite job out of the 3, just because it's my personal thing. But man, oh man, does it burn me out, and I just cannot find enough time in the day sometimes. That's when I started really reflecting on how I could make this work, because I really love everything I do. I just need to find out how to manage it all, basically. When I'm burned out, I completely lose my personality. So honestly, I felt like I haven't had a personality for like the last 2 to 3 years, just because I've been like, huh? Oh, I have to edit. What? I'm stressed. Are you talking to me? I don't know. Because my brain just like, when I'm not in editing mode, like I don't have a personality. And I didn't like that. I still don't like that. I still get like that. Like I'm also just awkward and like shy too. So that kind of ties into it, but really like, so I like don't even have emotion. I don't feel emotion when I'm burned out. I'm just like looking at a wall the whole time. And one of my struggles with that is switching from social interaction job to my mindset becoming video editor. And it really, people don't think about that sometimes when you're editing a video, like a story, like a long format wedding. You know, it's not just like a 30-minute promo, even though those do take some time too. But the long story format videos, they really take a lot of brain power, and it drains you. And it's just hard when you have to switch from, okay, day job, and then you have to merge your mind into editing. And then by the time your mind is there, it's like 9 o'clock at night and you have to go to bed. You know, that's my personal schedule. So that's where it's hard, and I try to spend a lot of my times editing on the weekends. But that is leading into my first tip. Create a detailed schedule, and not just any schedule. I said detailed. You need to schedule in your time that you're not working, or else you won't do it. So for example, 2 hours in the morning starting at 8 a.m. Like 8 to 10, I will work on customer service / engagement on our social media platforms for Summit. And then I will give myself 30 minutes to an hour that I am literally doing something mindless. And I don't know, it can be different for everyone. Something like mindless could mean doing the dishes. You're still like moving your hands, but you're not really thinking. You're just kind of like going through the motions. Something like that, or even taking a walk. throwing some headphones in, listening to a podcast. So you're not really having to think too much, but you're still keeping your body busy, that you don't feel guilty for what you're doing. And then in my schedule, I'll take that little break, I'll go back to the socials, or maybe it just kind of depends on the day, but I really try to stick to my schedule. If we're not busy at my other job, I'll keep working at Vid Summit, and I'll create the content schedule for that week or that day, whatever I'm working on. I'll post, I'll make sure that everything's up to speed on that end. That'll be maybe an hour or two I work on that, and then most likely I'll get pulled to a call at my job and I'll have to go for a little walk and go fix a projector or something. But overall, it's like those 2 hours to just get content up and make sure it's good to go, engage with it a little bit before the shift ends that I'm at that location, and then give myself another 30-minute break. Usually I eat lunch around this time. So I'll eat lunch, give myself time, I'll maybe watch a YouTube video, and then right back at it, probably about 1 o'clock, I will go through my to-do list for the day. That's another thing, rewind, make a full to-do list for the day before you even start your schedule. But yeah, look at the to-do list and see where you're at on that to-do list, check everything off, manage it. And since it's now the afternoon, your morning to-do list should be complete. So at that point, I kind of catch up with anything I may need to do, answer any other questions, post to the socials, do whatever I missed, go catch up at my tech job, whatever. That last hour, just kind of catch up, gather my thoughts, and get ready to shift my mindset. And so from 2 to 2:30, I'm usually driving home. And depending on the day, if I don't go to the gym in the morning, I will go at like 2:30. And this is another thing that allows me to shift my mindset into social interaction mode, well, depending on the day, if I get calls, to video editor mode. So I'll either go straight to the gym, kind of give myself that energy release there, or I'll just really take that time driving home to just kind of balance my mind. Usually right when I get home, I don't go straight to work. I'll maybe give myself another 30 minutes to eat a snack or something. But what I will not do is sit down and watch a show, because once I do that, I'm done. Don't procrastinate, because to me, when I turn on a show, which my favorite show, Ellen, is on at 3, and that's usually when I'm home. And it's hard. Sometimes I want to just sit down and I want to watch Ellen. And sometimes I do give myself that hour. I do. It's a balance. But I have found in my life that if I do, I am down for the day. You know, it's really hard for me to get my mind back up. But I shift into video mode just by making slow movements. And usually it's by like 5 o'clock that I'm actually there and I can just start editing and I can start my mind differently. So whether that time was spent at the gym or just eating a little snack, just taking slow paces, making another to-do list. I'm really good at making to-do lists. I do it a lot. But that's the point. So detailed schedule, I'll probably edit from like 5 to 7, take another little 30-minute, 45-minute break, eat dinner, go back, maybe edit for an hour. But I really like to cut myself off at around 8:30, because if I don't do that, I will end up editing into the night and my brain will not shut up and I cannot go to bed. And if I go to the gym, I am up at 4:45 in the morning. And so if I'm not done at 8 and I keep working, I won't go to sleep. I won't make it to the gym. I won't have a good morning routine. And all of these little steps, it may seem like they're so small in the moment, like, oh, I'm gonna sleep an extra 10 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna do this. But it really helps play out your day so that you're not so overwhelmed by the end of it. Going into number 2, that was a little bit longer of a statement than I had written out, but that's really it. It's just really making a detailed schedule and just following it and making sure that you give yourself those mindless moments so you can, you know, recharge your brain throughout the day, even if it's just for a little bit. Number 2 on my tips for balancing this lifestyle avoiding burnout thing, rank your priorities. So what I mean by that is know what you can let go of and know what needs to be done at the very top of your list. And for me, another thing that I like to kind of throw in there is know what's a top priority, but also know it's going to be a little easier to get done at the same level of that, I guess. For me, in that way, it's like wedding video, promo video. This wedding video is probably going to be 12 minutes long. This promo video is probably going to be 30 seconds long. Which one am I going to do first? Most likely this promo video that I can get done in 2 hours versus this wedding video that's going to take me like 2 weeks to a month. Who knows? I don't know how long the wedding video is going to take. It just happens. But that's the thing, the promo videos, shorter videos like that, even though a lot of the times I try to get the harder things done first so I just can flow through the easy stuff. But in video world, I kind of go to the short videos just to bump my things off my to-do list, and I can really just dive into one video, specifically weddings. Because once I'm in a wedding, I'm in a wedding, and it's hard for me to like, you know, work on different things with video because I just flow with one video and I wake up thinking about it, I go to bed thinking about it, I dream about it, all things. It's okay to say no to some things that may not be worth your time. And that's kind of harsh to say because I'm someone who likes to say yes to a lot of things, and I usually do. But if I'm super overwhelmed with other video projects or something like that, and I get something that's not gonna be great income wise, I don't feel like I'm gonna get much from it, I may say no just based on the service I can give. Because if I'm overwhelmed, I may not be giving my best work. And using the rank system, you can maybe rank things from like, okay, this is a number 1 priority, but this is a number 5. I'll work on number 1 as long as I can, and then we'll eventually get to the number 5. Just kind of that balance of, you know, laying everything out and seeing, okay, I can do this, I really need to get it done, I can maybe push this off for a little bit more to keep my sanity. And one thing that helped me open my eyes to this is a book, Procrastinate on Purpose. And my amazing supervisor professor from Weber State, Drew Tyler, who now lives in LA, he doesn't work there anymore, but he recommended this book when I was struggling with this exact same topic when I was in school. And it's a pretty eye-opening book just basically on managing your time. It really just allows you to like say no to things, and it just puts into perspective of things you may not be thinking about that you're doing, but you're actually wasting so much time doing those when you could be doing something else. So overall, it's really just saying be productive in a shorter amount of time to get more things done so you have more time to breathe and allow yourself to not feel guilty about going out to dinner or going to a movie or something like that. Just making it all make sense with time. And the first thing on this book, it says identify your most significant priorities in business and life. Create more time to do things you love without sacrificing results. Say no to the things that don't matter and yes to the things that do. Implement systems that give you more time tomorrow than you have today. Gain control and inner peace by adopting the multiplier mindset. So overall, I basically just summed up everything I said before, but this book, it's really good. It's a different perspective. I actually haven't read it for a while. I need to read it again, but this is how I've got used to that mindset that I'm trying to just push through in my life. So I have a link for this in the description. Go check it out. Number 3, just let yourself do that thing that you feel guilty for doing. Like in my life, making this video, I feel guilty for doing because I could be editing a wedding video right now. And it's hard, you know, I feel guilty, but this is something that makes me excited, making these YouTube videos or just going to the gym. I don't know what it is that would be in your life, but for me, it's like making content for myself that's not for clients, even though like I love the work I do with my clients. It's just, I feel like this is like a therapy session right now. And I have put this off for so long that I think I've just needed it, you know? I don't know how to explain it, but this video specifically has been on my to-do list for almost a year. And so it's just time that I actually take my own advice, spend one day, actually this isn't my advice, it's Luria's advice. She told me this about a year ago, just take a day to spend time on content for yourself. And it may not be perfect, but you'll get it out of your system and you'll eventually grow into whatever you want to do. So maybe it's for content on yourself, or going to the gym once a week, or going to yoga once a week, or cooking once a week, going to a movie. I don't know what it is, but just don't let yourself feel bad for doing that thing you feel guilty for doing when you shouldn't even feel guilty for it. This is kind of already something I've talked about, but number 4, take a break. And let yourself take a break. Let yourself go out on a Friday night if you want to, if that's your cup of tea. Let yourself go to dinner if someone invites you, instead of huddling up and saying, I need to edit, I need to do this. But also know the difference between procrastinating and like mental breathe time, because there's a difference there, because you can't easily like be editing and then you just kind of are putting something off where you're just like, oh, I don't want to do that. And then dinner's over there and it's like, yeah, I'm going to go do this instead. Just know when you're getting burned out and let yourself breathe, because as I saw in actually a post the other day by Sarah Beth Yoga, one of my favorite yoga instructors, she posted something that said sharpen the saw when you feel like it's getting dull. And that just means you can't produce your best work if you don't take time to recharge or sharpen the that's hard to say. Sharpen the saw. Does that make sense? You need to take time to recharge to produce valuable work, or else you're just gonna be stressed out producing bad quality stuff. And yeah, deadlines are a real thing and they're important. They are. If you have like a corporate job or just video work in general, you have deadlines and you need to meet them. But it's better in my eyes to take some time to breathe, really pace things out, and produce really high quality content or work. I keep saying content. I don't know if you're a content creator. I kind of target it towards it because that's the community I'm in. But just produce good work versus rushing through something, being burnt out, not having your heart in it. And it's just not gonna come out the same way as if it would that you took some time to breathe and really thought about it just so you could get it done fast. Does that make sense? So yeah, sharpen the saw, take a break, recharge your brain. It's important and mental health matters. And number 5, when you finish a project that you've been working on and it's taken a lot of brain power, reward yourself. For me, when I finish a wedding video, I like to take myself out to dinner and like give myself a day off the next day. And that will allow me time to maybe catch up on some Netflix shows that I want to watch, or just going out and doing something I wanted to do, but I kind of put it off because I was editing. And I know that's kind of contradictory to what I was just saying, but I'm referring to the rank system. There's things I've ranked like, okay, I can allow myself to go out for this hour and then go back to my work. But it's really just those things that didn't make the rank that you want to do. Or maybe it's making more videos, something like that. I reward myself with more mental free time so I can recharge for the next video. A lot of the time in the past, last year, I would finish one wedding video, I'd be like, okay, that's done, I have to go on to the next one. But then my mind would struggle to start it. But when I take like a day or two off, or even a week, I've taken weeks off before, just to like recharge and like, you know, release that last video from my mind, let it go out to the world, whatever, and then I can really freshly start on the next one. I do so much better, and I think that's really important. I know I probably repeated myself like 100,000 times in this video, but I really think I was trying to just get the point across that when you need to take time to recharge your brain, because it's really important and you won't go as crazy. Making the schedule to me has been a significant improvement in my day-to-day life. And yes, I have a schedule already, but blocking out specific time, like 2 hours this, 1 hour mindless break, 2 hours this, 30 minutes mindless break. It's really helped me to just like stay focused and be super productive in those 2 hours, and then give myself a little bit of time to just like refresh my brain. And then another 2 hour block that I'm constantly working, and then refresh my brain. It's very important, and I think that implementing that in your life will really help you. I don't know if you're already doing that, but if you're not, give it a try and leave your comments. I want to know, do you have more tips? What do you do when you're feeling burnt out, or when you feel like you don't have enough balance in your life, when you just can't get things done, you don't feel like you're accomplishing anything, and you just don't have enough time in the day? What do you do? Because this is what's helped me, and I really think that a lot of the time people don't talk about like taking time for themselves in this creative industry specifically, because we just need to hustle and get things done. But I really think it's important to breathe, take some time, because you'll just go crazy if you don't. I hope that some of this advice helped you, or maybe it helped you just to hear that somebody else is struggling with their day-to-day lives. But I feel like I've grown a lot over the last year, and I've learned a lot, and so I really just wanted to share this insight that I've gotten, and hopefully I can just push it out to the world and maybe make people less stressed and stuff like that. So if you liked this content, make sure to subscribe. Do the little bell, turn it on, give me a like or dislike if you don't like it, whatever. But I really would like to hear your comments and just like engagement analytics. I would really like to hear your feedback on, you know, what you do to avoid burnout, or just anything that has to do with this topic in mental health and just kind of how you stay sane in this crazy world of managing all the different things we have to do. So yeah, please leave your feedback and I'll try to respond to anything if you do. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video if I make one, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm gonna make one because I have a list. And right now it's 2 a.m. so I'm gonna go to bed, but sometimes that's what you gotta do. You gotta film videos at 2 a.m. when you feel like it. Thanks for watching. Bye!